Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of the Get Your Shit Together podcast. I mean, this has been a long time coming, I think, because every man in the stock got a podcast and I'm a girl with a lot to say. So it's like, I should have definitely been doing this before now, but welcome to the Get Your Shit Together podcast, the first official episode that you will be seeing. There is going to be a mixture of some professionally filmed podcasts and some gorgeous ratchet ones just like this that I filmed on my laptop. But today I wanted to talk you through my journey a little bit, and I'm going to give you a little bit of an introduction into who I am. So if you've never come across me before, or you know who I am, but you've never actually maybe had an interaction, or you don't know that much about me, then I want you to know who it is that you're listening to, girl. So I am Lucy Brabham. I am an online fitness coach. I've been in the fitness industry for around 8 years. Started off the journey as a PT and all that jazz, and now I am mostly online and help women to lose fat, get strong, get fit, and become the most confident version of themselves. Female confidence is at the heart of everything that I do. And yeah, I want women to actually be able to step into their power, feel like hot shit, wear clothes that actually reflects their personality and makes them feel fucking good in a way that isn't diminishing them and always telling them to be smaller, because ultimately I want women to also be powerful and strong. So yeah, today I am going to be talking about my own transformation, because before I ever decided to coach women to get into the best shape they can be in, the most strong version of themselves, the most confident version of themselves, I obviously had to go through my own transformation. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background on that. And I've got some notes to the side of me as well. So if I keep looking off, that's why. So let's talk a little bit about my glow up, if you like, my process of getting my shit together. The messy, real, the chaotic version that doesn't really probably get talked about enough. And people are so often seeing carefully curated images online. And I think it's easy to forget that coaches go through this stage as well and have probably been sitting in the space that you're in. And if you can relate to it, sometimes it can make you feel like you're not as alone on the journey, and that there is a way out of your situation. If you are feeling underconfident and feeling like shit about yourself, there is a way out of how you are feeling right now. So if you are feeling like you are living a life that isn't really yours, or in a place that you shouldn't really be in right now, then this one's for you, girl. This one is for you. So let's go with part one. So there before. So rewinding a few years, I was stuck in a cycle that I know a lot of women know all too well. I was hating how I looked. I was lacking real confidence. I was going out every weekend. I was using alcohol as a bit of a plaster, to be honest, for how I felt. Um, and it gave me that false sense of confidence that I was craving. It gave me like a bit of a different persona for a few hours. And at the time I was going through a lot. Like my mum and dad were going through a bit of a nasty divorce. And going out provided me that outlet, I suppose, that I thought was helping. Um, but it wasn't helping. It was hindering. It gave me a false sense of power. And the binge drinking, I suppose, felt like a bit of an escape. Didn't have to really deal with what I was feeling. I didn't have to face myself. And for a while that worked until it didn't. And I realized that the problem was actually me and how I was showing up in my life. Yeah, and the habits that I was holding. So the early fitness journey. Let's have a little chat about that, because it's always interesting to look back on. And eventually I hit a point. So I hit a point where I was like, okay, so the problem is me. The problem is me, the habits that I'm holding, and I was done feeling that way. I was done relying upon other things to give me a false sense of confidence. I wanted that confidence for real. And I wanted to stop hating looking in the mirror and thinking like, hate these clothes on myself. I hate what I look like, tugging at my clothes all the time, feeling like inadequate. The only way I can describe it is inadequate next to me mates at the time. Um, and just not feeling like hot shit. Like every woman should like themselves enough to get dressed for a night out and be like, yeah, I look good. And I just didn't in any scenario. So I turned to fitness during this time because, and the funniest part about it is that it was actually a friend who dragged me to a group personal training class. I was lying on the couch and she come into mine into me mum's and was like, "Girl, like you are constantly moaning about being fat." She was like, "You are constantly moaning that you're unhappy. Like, come to this class with me." And I was like, "No, not a bit of me," because my idea of training was training me fingers with the remote on the telly. My idea of eating was just eating a family bag of Doritos, lying on the couch in front of the telly. So yeah, I was like, nah, that ain't for me. And she's like, but you're always moaning now, so don't moan to me if this is what you're gonna be like. And I don't know, something twigged in my brain, and I was like, right, okay, I'm gonna come to this class with her. And that's just where it all started. I kept going. I started to get curious about nutrition. I It just kind of snowballed from this one class and made me want to learn more about getting a result. So started to lose weight, and I did, but I probably did it in not the most healthy way and with a level of restrictiveness that eventually can't even speak, eventually led, it eventually led to really strained relationship with food. Um, I did it in a punishing way that wasn't the best for like the mental side of things, I wouldn't say. Cut out food groups, obsessed over calories, overtrained, couldn't go anywhere or do anything or because it wasn't on the plan. Um, and on the outside, I was being applauded for my effort, which I was working hard, but I was being restrictive and damaging my relationship with food whilst I was doing that. And I was overtraining. I was trying to overcompensate when I had a meal out with the girls, for example. I would then punish myself for days because I've gone off track in my mind and I had ruined all my progress and the scales would be up a pound and I would just be devastated. And so I would over restrict, overtrain, punish myself. And if the scale showed me anything over what I wanted to see, then it was a cause to punish myself even further. So yeah, after that, things really changed because I qualified as a PT, which, to be honest, the PT course itself isn't the major education. It is everything that comes after that, and it's everything that you choose to do after that. So the education that you choose to undertake after that. And luckily for me, I worked for a PT company that was very, 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 very into the educational side of things. So I learned a lot about biomechanics. I learned a lot about nutrition on the actual job. So I'm going to probably be forever grateful for that. And that job actually opened up a gateway to meeting my coach that changed the game for me. And he showed me that he's very heavily into the kind of the bodybuilding world. And despite kind of the differences in opinions there, he really did open up my eyes to the fact that I was overtraining, I was under eating, I was running on caffeine. I was not really being healthy in terms of the habits that I was holding at the time. And he helped me to gain a real routine that could actually be something that I would then obviously go on to maintain and make my entire life. So I didn't have to fear carbohydrates anymore because they were going to be necessary for building the kind of muscle I wanted to build and to get strong. And that there started a very amazing friendship with my current coach. And you are going to be seeing a podcast episode from myself and him soon, where we're talking through female fat loss, females having abs, talking around the psychology of fat loss for females um, and a few other things as well. But He is absolutely fantastic, and I wouldn't be the coach that I am today or have built the body and strength that I have today without him. I learned how to train to feel strong, got into a little bit of bodybuilding. So I trained to have enough muscle mass to be competitive. Then COVID happened, so that kind of put a spanner in the works in terms of competing, and my interests kind of changed from there. I got my yoga qualification during that time. I have run a half marathon. I have tried CrossFit. I hike on the regular, and I'm going to be doing some really exciting things at the end of the year in terms of hiking. So you could say I I've been a Jane of all trades. I've tried a few things, girl, and I've done it all. So through that, I've managed to find what I enjoy and the identity I kind of want to uphold in the fitness space. And I want to help women to lose fat, train in a way that feels enjoyable for them, push their body to do hard things and themselves so that they can build that confidence even further and find a sustainable way to actually maintain the results that they get and hold healthy habits in their life, because health is the underpinning of everything. It's okay for us to want to look good. I want to look good, and most women do, but it's about finding habits that we can actually uphold and a healthy way of doing that. So part of where I am now is I'm no longer really chasing a smaller body constantly. I do go through phases in the year where I'll gain a little bit of body fat because I'm looking to gain a bit of muscle. I am focused on performance, and I'm eating more food, so it means that I'm going to gain a little tiny bit of body fat. But I'm no longer chasing the smallest, leanest version of myself, and I no longer think that the smallest, leanest version of myself is the best version. I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm somewhere in the middle. I want to be strong. I want to be fueled. I sometimes want to tidy up a little bit to go on holiday and things like that, but I'm never too far away from where I'm going to feel most comfortable with my kit off. Do you know what I mean? I am constantly chasing strength or a performance-based goal, or doing a little mini cut so that I can just get rid of them extra couple of pounds that I might have gained when training for something else. But these days I'm pretty in the middle. I'm pretty happy, and I'm not just chasing smaller all the time. Um, Chasing a stronger, more aligned life and lifestyle. And as well, I still have tough days like anyone. I love a good coffee, as you can see. But I show up now with a confidence. The majority of the time, everyone struggles from time to time, but majority of the time I show up with a confidence that's actually real, and it's been built because I've shown myself that I can do hard things. I can get through the hardships of dieting. I can get through the hardships of climbing mountains. I can get through the hardships of running a half marathon. I can get through the hardships of training. And I've kind of taken those things that I've learned in training and with kind of doing things with my body, and it's been able to be applied to other areas of my life. So when hardships have come up in life, I feel like I navigate those things a lot better because of fitness. And if I hadn't have entered into this world, I would have never have probably realized my own strength and been able to navigate some of the things that have happened in my personal life as well as I have without it. So when you are looking to change your lifestyle and truly build healthy habits, it's not just what you look like that's going to be affected. It's going to be your mindset and everything else that comes with it. And ultimately, that's what I want to help you girls to do. Any of the women who are watching this right now, eventually, hopefully, throughout this podcast and throughout my social media content and the ladies that I work with and all of that good stuff, I want to be able to help you to show up for yourself in a better way and achieve your goals and show yourself that you can do hard things that lead to ultimate levels of confidence in your life. Um, I'd like that for all women. So the real takeaways of today have been just getting to know me a little bit better, and I'm going to leave you with a couple of bits. Confidence isn't something that you're born with. It is built over time through one habit, one action, one decision. And it's best for us to take those things one at a time as well. So you choosing today to make a healthier meal than usual or go for a walk is that one small decision that could snowball if you wanted to. You don't have to go all in to start. I started messy. I had multiple different false starts before actually starting and making it stick. You don't have to wait for the perfect circumstances. Circumstances were never perfect for me. Um, I just took messy, uncertain action, and over time, it became certain. And I was able to navigate the chaos because ultimately that's what fitness is supposed to be. It's supposed to be fitting into your life, not taking it over completely. And things are going to happen where we come off track or whatever. But it's about navigating a way around it so that we can build habits that are going to serve us and have them in our lives, no matter how chaotic life seems to be. So you have to start messy sometimes, and that's okay. We can't wait for life to die down or the circumstances to be 100% perfect. And the glow up that you're looking for is going to start when you stop running from it and start actually facing up to it. Um, and sometimes that's not easy because it means getting really honest with yourself and being honest that maybe you're the issue and your habits are the issue. And that can feel really scary and really hard to do. But it's okay because admitting it and taking ownership of it is you making the first steps to actually fixing that problem and being able to live the life that you know you deserve. So I hope that this little get to know me, a very brief get to know me, is reminding you that wherever you are right now, you are never stuck. You are never stuck. It is a choice to stay there. Have the power to change your entire life if you want to. And I'm not someone who's special. Do you know what I mean? So if I can do it, so can you. And if the ladies I work with can do it, so can you. Stop talking yourself out of living the life that you actually want to live. I'll be here every week sharing some mindset shifts, fitness truths, the real raw kind of conversations around what it takes to actually build a body and a life that you are happy with. And yeah, if this hit home for you, then let me know about it. If you like the sound of this, like the start of this, let me know about it. Give me a DM over on Instagram. My handle is at lucybrabham.coaching. I would love to hear from you. So give me a follow or give me a little DM. Let me know you enjoyed this. And if you are ready to start your own journey, then all you have to do is give me a little DM. And I'm always open to having conversations and seeing if I can help you in any way at all. Um, but girl, if you are in your getting your shit together era, you are in the right place. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you next week.